So just about a month ago, Nick Crowley and Nexpo put out 2 videos at the same time on the same topic. That topic being about a individual on Instagram who is very into minors. I can't really say the actual word, not this early into the video. YouTube will take away my ads, but you know what I mean. On Nexpo's channel, it's this video here, Instagram's Darkest Rabbit Hole, and it's essentially a mini documentary about this guy on Instagram named Smart Schoolboy 9. And these videos have sparked a ton of controversy. It sparked a ton of just crazy takes all over the place. People are, you know, freaking out on Twitter about this guy. It's caused weird discourse, weird trends. Something that I didn't really expect to happen. So I'm going to tell you guys about that, but just as a quick recap, basically this Smart Schoolboy 9 guy, he is a total weirdo. As a warning, this is obviously, you know, pedophilia. It's absolutely disgusting. So just as a heads up, but I'm going to show you a couple things that this video from Nexpo shows. This Smart Schoolboy 9 guy had a Instagram page, multiple Instagram pages where he would pretend to be children and he would pretend to be a child, like talking about how he's going to school and blah, blah, blah. And he would post pictures like this, which is on screen now, which are obviously just highly edited, extremely perverted photos where he has a weird fetish for children and them going to school. The guy's obviously deranged. He's been completely just milked dry. I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you know about it. And actually, I'll play a little bit of Nick Crowley's last video so you can get like a little bit of an idea. Full credit to him. His video will be in the description.
Smart Schoolboy 9 was much the same as the other 2 accounts. They warned of online predators, obsessed over high-heeled mini boots and school uniforms, and posed as a child despite clearly not being one. But Smart Schoolboy was different in one key aspect. The person behind the account was pretending to be a child, but they were doing so in a much more apparent manner, as they didn't use AI or stolen images of other kids to form their identity, and instead, they used photos of themselves. In the images posted on the account, we see what appears to be a fully grown man, dressed in a schoolboy's uniform. His face is painted pure white and has bright red lipstick, and he's of course wearing high-heeled mini boots. Characteristics that were all utilized across the other accounts, only this time it was done on himself, as he poses as a child pretending to go to school, as well as pretending to go through other life events common for preteens. And the photos aren't even the most disturbing part, as the account consists primarily of videos.
Oh. School. Hi. Let me know if you like school as well.
But this has sparked a lot of interesting conversation around what is appropriate to do, like when a story like this comes out. So first of all, obviously, whenever something starts trending, you know, it pretty much like reaches like every corner of the internet instantly. So as soon as this video dropped by Nexpo and the other video dropped by Nick Crowley, immediately like different parts of the internet like Roblox started making different games involving a Smart Schoolboy 9. The thumbnail would be like a photo of him, and then, you know, go into the game and you're getting chased by like a model that just has a little shitty like JPEG on the model and it's just running around. It's obviously just shit. It's made to follow a trend. It's made to have people click on it and you just get, you know, your views, your plays for Roblox, whatever. Like there was a couple tweets going viral similar to like this tweet here. This isn't one of them, but you know, here's a picture, survive Smart Schoolboy 9, and it just chases you around, right? And so this kind of started the rumbling on the internet of, is it okay to make jokes or make profit or, you know, make games around someone like Smart Schoolboy 9, some, you know, obviously P word who goes trending? Can you talk about them? Can you make jokes about them, whether it's at their expense or not at their expense? Well, just yesterday, an artist made this piece here that you see on screen, and this has taken Twitter by storm. Everyone is talking about this now. It's got over 1 million views, but just 1,000 likes. And it's caused a lot of controversy. Like the first comment here, why would you make fan art of a real life predator? Probably shouldn't be making fan art of a child predator, bro. But on the other side of things, you have people saying like, this isn't fan art, it's art pointing out how bad Smart Schoolboy 9 is. It's not flattering. In fact, it is portraying him as a body horror monster, like the monster he is. And I mean, yeah, this is him. He's obviously looks disgusting. You can see like, you know, the weird edits that he does. And so, some people are trying to say, well, this is obviously representing him in a terrible way. And others are saying you shouldn't even like make any kind of, you should just not even do this at all. It doesn't matter what the intention is. And this has been kind of going off and on a little bit for like the last like 2+ weeks. For example, about 2 weeks ago, people were making a lot of jokes about Smart Schoolboy 9. You even had some people like, for example, Chipple Dipple, right? Fractal County. He changed his display name and his PFP to be Smart Schoolboy 9. And you had people like Fallen Chungus, who I've also talked about on this channel, screenshot this and say, literally why? And now his whole thing has changed. But back, like 20 days ago, he was like, help me find my boots. He's obviously just trolling as, Smart Schoolboy 9. But obviously people reacted very, very angry and upset to this. People were like pissed. They're like, what the fuck? How could you possibly do this? The top comment in reply says, the more we joke about this shit, the more we normalize it. Let's not encourage children in the future to feel that it's okay for these types of people to take advantage of them. And let's not encourage more people to be like SSB9. God, is it so hard to just not joke about P words? And Chipple says, I didn't consider that openly mocking P words only empowers them. A good catch. Another time I saw a lot of people upset about this, but I also saw the alternative, which was people saying, people are totally okay with Epstein jokes. People are totally okay with, those joke meme Epstein edits, where it's like him and his island and like they make edits about like, oh, Epstein with all the people that he hangs out with. And it looks like it's supposed to be one of those celebrity edits that, of someone that you like, but it's just Epstein. Those get like hundreds of thousands of likes on, Twitter. People love those memes. So what's the difference? Why is, Epstein okay, but something like Smart Schoolboy 9 is not? Why is that crossing a line? And I made a tweet about it, and I think that this still reigns true. I said, if I had to assess why people react differently to Smart Schoolboy 9 memes versus Epstein memes, it's probably because famous predators seem distant to the average person. They'll never interact with Epstein, Diddy, etc. Smart Schoolboy 9 is someone who you could know IRL, who has this secret life. And I think that's really the core difference, right? Like Smart Schoolboy 9 is someone who, a lot of people around the local area have give stories and testimonies so that they knew this guy, that he would stand outside of schools, that he would wander around, that he would like try to talk to people and be weird to them while he's like dressed up, that he would like tell people he's a little boy when he's obviously like a 50-year-old, 40-year-old, 60-year-old man. And so it seems more like real, right? Something like Epstein. When you look at Epstein or you think about Epstein, that guy is so distant from you. You're never going to interact with him. Who cares, right? Like he's obviously terrible. But when it comes to something personable, he's like rich. He's wealthy. He does what he does, probably partially for blackmail, partially because he's really interested in it. But for him, you can maybe assign a different motive to like why he does what he does, and also a different group of people he's victimizing, right? Even though at the end of the day, kids are being harmed by Epstein, probably worse than Smart Schoolboy 9 has done. I don't know. I can't actually sit here and compare, but it's probably, he's got a longer track record and, way more influence. So it's probably worse. People don't really see Epstein as the same level, right? Smart Schoolboy 9 is someone you could know who has this weird secret, like life. And he's really a secret, like creep, a total freak on the internet that you never would have guessed. So it seems a lot more weird when someone makes like art or someone makes a joke about something like this, because it could be someone who could talk to your kids, could be someone who, when your kids are walking home from school, they see him, right? And so I think I understand personally why people react that way. I think that makes sense to me. But at the same time, this is the internet, right? This guy is trending everywhere. He obviously has a very weird, freaky look to him. It's interesting. The stuff that he like does on Instagram is obviously morbidly interesting to people. They find the way that he interacts like fucking freaky in a morbid, like curiosity way. And so, yeah, to me, I understand why people have this desire to make jokes about it, or, like talk about it or make art for it, even if the art is depicting him in like a negative light, right? Making him look like a freak. But I continued giving another example here in my tweet where I said, I feel like people have a similar reaction to if someone were to immediately start propping up memes about a recent school essay. I'm not going to say that word again. I feel like YouTube would just screw my video, but I continue. Usually that shocks people, whereas memes about the Trump essay didn't really faze anybody. A difference in fame, which again, I think is true. Like immediately after the Trump story broke and, he almost got, hit on the head, pretty much everyone was clowning on the shooter instantly on both the right and the left. Everyone was like, screw this guy, he's a loser. Or they were like, holy shit, like let's make memes about him. I saw so many memes of like him being a stormtrooper, all sorts of stuff like that, right? It's like just clowning on the guy, making jokes about about him. And in some ways, like trying to almost like prop him up. And someone did actually pass away in that instance too. So it's not even just like, oh, people are joking because no one was harmed. He did kill someone. I mean, he was a murderer. And I think like the difference in fame between like, Trump getting, targeted versus someone going into a school is, the school Esther is someone that you could have interacted with. It's someone that you could have known, and they could have targeted you directly, the viewer. Whereas, when it's Trump, I mean, that guy is so far disconnected from you as a politician, as, the president, whatever, that it just doesn't even like, we just don't even process it or really care. It's just totally different. And so I think that's really what's happening here the same way as it would there. And I think another thing that plays in this whole situation is the fact that because Smart Schoolboy 9 could be someone it also means that anyone could follow in his footsteps, right? To be Epstein, you have to have some kind of crazy level of influence, crazy level of fame, blackmailing ability, etc. So it's like when you make an Epstein meme, it's not like someone can just become Epstein and also like, have memes made about them, be idolized, etc., etc. But anyone could become Smart Schoolboy 9 in one day. Someone in my audience could wake up tomorrow and decide to start posting stuff like Smart Schoolboy 9, create some kind of weird ARG, become, a P word, even if it's fake, even if it's real, whatever. They could just, start acting like that, prey on a kid, garner a bunch of attention, and then boom, now they're, the same way. It's the same argument people make towards, school Sers. And so I think that's another thing people worry about and people are actually upset about when it comes to like this art, right? They think, okay, you're now just like propping up some guy who anyone could be at any given moment. Anyone can follow in his footsteps. Now maybe they're even encouraged to do it because they can get fame. Maybe they, are interested in fame, even, right? Maybe they like fame that way. They like the humiliation. They like the bullying. And so you're now showing that, okay, if someone was to do this, they're actually going to be propped up. And so I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to me. Obviously, this is a very complex situation. There's a whole bunch of different stuff involved. But I feel like I can see both sides. At the end of the day, I'm not really going to personally care if people make, jokes or whatever about Smart Schoolboy 9. I think at first I was kind of a little bit shocked by it, but obviously then I started doing some critical thinking. I was like, okay, well, why? Like, what's really the difference? And I don't know. I don't see too much of a difference. I really just think it's that personal thing. I don't personally think I'm going to sit here and like moral grandstand over people doing that. I don't really personally care, but I do understand the argument. I understand when people are saying that, like, okay, I get it. I just don't know if that's actually like proven to happen or if that's just like kind of a concern that we don't really have any like evidence of. It's just kind of like an idea. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to yap about that. I felt like this was something relevant. A lot of people are talking about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if it makes sense, if you agree with kind of shaming people out of doing this, or if you don't really care, or if you see it all as the same. Maybe I'm just totally like delusional and nothing I'm saying is correct about the difference in fame and such. But I really feel like I'm right about that. Like it makes sense to me. But anyway, my yap session is over. That's all I had to talk about. So thanks for your time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.